Hockey is fast, exciting, and full of heart. But sometimes, a goal comes along that makes you stop and just watch in awe. A goal so incredible, so important, that fans remember it for decades. Today, we're counting down the top 10 most iconic NHL goals ever scored. Goals that were more than just points on the board. These were moments that changed games, seasons, and even hockey history itself. What makes a goal truly unforgettable? Is it the skill, the timing, or the story behind it? How about a goal scored in the final seconds of a championship? Or a play that looks impossible but somehow works perfectly? Those are the goals we never forget. Whether you're a lifelong hockey fan or just starting to follow the sport, you'll see why these goals mean so much. If you love hockey and want more amazing moments from the game, hit like, subscribe to Puck Nuts, and turn on notifications so you never miss a highlight. Are you ready? Let's dive in. 10. Bobby Nystrom's overtime Stanley Cup winner, 1980. The stage was set. The New York Islanders were facing the mighty Philadelphia Flyers in the 1980 Stanley Cup Final. The Flyers had stormed through that season with a record-breaking 35-game unbeaten streak, and everyone expected them to dominate. But in Game 6, a moment of magic came from an unlikely hero, Bobby Nystrom. On May 24, 1980, Nystrom scored the overtime goal that won the Cup for the Islanders. It wasn't just any goal. It was a moment that changed the history of the franchise. That single shot didn't just decide a game. It marked the beginning of a dynasty. The Islanders would go on to dominate the early 1980s, winning multiple cups. And this goal was the spark that lit it all. The image of Nystrom celebrating, arms raised and joy on his face, is etched into hockey history. Fans still talk about it, remembering exactly where they were when they saw it happen. It's a goal that belongs not just to the team or the city, but to the sport itself. It shows how a single moment in hockey can capture hearts, inspire generations, and become legendary. 9. Bob Bond's OT goal on a broken leg, 1964. Imagine hurting your leg so badly that every step feels impossible, and then scoring the game-winning goal anyway. That's exactly what Bob Bond did for the Toronto Maple Leafs during the 1964 Stanley Cup Final. In Game 6, Bond suffered a broken leg in the third period, a moment that could have ended his night and maybe even the Leafs' championship hopes. But Bond wasn't done. He came back onto the ice in overtime, despite the pain, and scored the goal that gave the Maple Leafs the victory. That single goal wasn't just about points on the board. It was about determination, courage, and heart. The Leafs went on to win their third straight Stanley Cup, and Bond's heroics became a story told for generations. What makes this goal iconic isn't just the scoreboard, it's the human spirit behind it. Fans remember watching a man defy injury to secure a championship. It's a reminder that in hockey, sometimes the greatest moments come not from perfect skill or flashy plays, but from sheer willpower and bravery. Bond's goal proves that grit can make a player and a moment truly legendary. 8. Jaromir Jagr fakes out the Blackhawks, 1992. In the 1992 Stanley Cup Final, Jaromir Jagr pulled off one of the most unbelievable individual plays in NHL history. Facing the tough Chicago Blackhawks, Jagr showed off a mix of speed, skill, and confidence that left everyone watching stunned. On that play, he faked out 5 defenders while skating toward the net, weaving through the chaos as if time had slowed down just for him. Then, with perfect timing, he slipped the puck past the goalie and scored. That goal wasn't just a point on the scoreboard. It was a moment that captured the essence of hockey greatness. Fans and players alike remember watching it and wondering how someone could be that talented under such pressure. The goal helped the Pittsburgh Penguins secure their second straight Stanley Cup, cementing their place as a dominant team in the early 1990s. Sometimes, a legacy is created in just one shift, one play, one goal. Jagr's move reminds us that in hockey, magic happens when talent, timing, and courage meet. It's a play that will be talked about for decades, a shining example of why the sport is so thrilling and why some goals become truly iconic. 7. Steve Yzerman's game winner in double overtime, 1996. In 1996, the Detroit Red Wings were facing one of the toughest challenges of the season. It was Game 7 of the Western Conference semifinals, and the stakes couldn't have been higher. The Red Wings were up against the St. Louis Blues, and every mistake could end their playoff run. Enter Steve Yzerman, the captain and heart of Detroit's team. In a moment that would be remembered for decades, Yzerman stole the puck from the legendary Wayne Gretzky, a player considered one of the greatest ever. With calm focus under extreme pressure, he set himself up and fired a slap shot past the goalie in double overtime. The Red Wings had won the series. This goal was more than just a victory. It defined leadership and determination. Young players on the team and fans watching at home saw exactly what it meant to step up when it matters most. Yzerman's courage, skill, and focus in that crucial moment showed that great players are made not just by talent, but by how they handle pressure. That goal didn't just change a game. It changed the fortunes of a franchise, inspired teammates, and reminded everyone why hockey is about heart, grit, and seizing the moment. 6. Mario Lemieux's 1991 Cup Final masterpiece. Mario Lemieux was already known for his incredible skill, but in Game 2 of the 1991 Stanley Cup Final, he showed why he was truly special. Facing one of the toughest defenses in the league, Lemieux didn't play it safe. He raced through the neutral zone, evading defenders with calm precision. Then, in a moment of pure creativity, he slid the puck between his legs and scored, a move that left everyone watching in awe. The Pittsburgh Penguins went on to win the Cup that year, but this goal stood out as more than just a point on the board. It was a statement about courage, confidence, and seizing the moment. Lemieux showed that greatness isn't about avoiding risks. It's about taking chances and trusting yourself when it matters most. For fans and young players, that goal became a symbol of skill, fearlessness, and the magic that can happen in hockey when talent. 5. Maurice Richard's hero goal, 1952. Long before highlight reels and social media made every goal viral, Maurice "Rocket" Richard showed the world what true courage in hockey looks like. In the 1952 playoffs, during the semifinals against the Boston Bruins, Richard faced one of the toughest battles of his career. Early in the game, he was knocked unconscious, a frightening moment for any player. But Richard didn't stay down. He returned to the ice, battered and bloodied, determined to help his team. In a clutch moment, he scored the winning goal, sending his team forward in the playoffs. That goal wasn't just a point, it was a story of grit, bravery, and sacrifice. Fans remember Richard not only for his skill, but also for his fearlessness, the kind of courage that defines a legend. This moment reminded the hockey world that sometimes the most iconic goals aren't just about talent, they're about heart, determination, and leaving everything on the ice. 4. Paul Henderson's Summit Series winner, 1972. On September 28, 1972, during the famous Summit Series between Canada and the Soviet Union, Paul Henderson scored a goal that changed everything. It wasn't just a point on the board, it won the series for Canada and became a moment remembered for generations. For many Canadians, it wasn't just about hockey, it was about pride, identity, and national spirit. The goal captured the emotion, tension, and meaning of the series, showing how sports can carry a deeper story. Even decades later, Henderson's goal is celebrated as one of the most iconic moments in hockey history. 3. Bobby Orr's flying goal, 1970. One of hockey's most unforgettable images isn't a sound, it's a photograph. In Game 4 of the 1970 Stanley Cup Final, Bobby Orr scored the overtime goal that won the Cup for the Boston Bruins. But it wasn't just the goal that made history, it was the celebration. Orr soared through the air, arms outstretched, a leap frozen forever, in a photo that captured joy, triumph, and the magic of the moment. That image didn't just show a goal, it changed how hockey is remembered, showing the excitement, skill, and emotion the sport can create. 2. Alex Ovechkin's On His Back goal, 2006. On January 16, 2006, Alex Ovechkin scored one of the most unforgettable goals in hockey history. During a game against the Phoenix Coyotes, he collected the puck, tried to move, slipped, and fell on his back, but still managed to shoot and score. It was raw, wild, and perfectly timed. Fans and analysts alike still call it simply the goal. It wasn't just about showing Ovechkin's incredible skill, It was a moment that redefined what seemed possible on the ice. That goal became a signature moment in his career and a highlight the hockey world will never forget. 1. Actually, this is where we pause. There's no shortage of legendary goals in hockey. Some fans might put Bobby Orr's flying goal at number 1, while others choose a different moment. Sometimes it depends on where you grew up, the team you love, or the emotion it brings. What matters most is this: every goal in our top 10 did more than just score points. They made fans stop and stare, changed the outcome of games, and became part of hockey's history. If you enjoyed this trip through hockey's greatest moments, hit like, subscribe, and tell us in the comments, which goal made you jump out of your seat? Closing thoughts. These goals remind us that hockey isn't just about stats or numbers. It's about moments, memories, and stories. A mix of skill and meaning. Some players will score 50 goals in a season, some will win cups, but a goal that still makes fans stop and remember decades later? That's truly rare. Which goal on our list was your favorite? Are there other moments in NHL history that still give you chills? If you love the greatest moments in hockey and sports history, hit like, subscribe to Puck Nuts, and turn on notifications so you never miss a legendary play. Remember, in hockey, sometimes a goal isn't just a goal, it's a legend.